Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Hey everybody, welcome to Snanky Boy Podcast.
Yeah, welcome.
It's a very special episode today because we have a special guest. This bag!
Oh my God!
Bag! We bought a bag.
Yummy.
How you doing?
Wait, he's gonna say something.
Oh.
Wow. Phenomenal. Honestly.
I think we should stop it now.
Phenom.
Oh, but we have like another guest or something. No, I don't know. Should I bring him up? I don't care.
I mean, let's just give another round of applause for the bag.
I know. All right.
Oh my God.
The bag.
Yeah.
MVP.
That said, we're here with Adam Grimm, Adam Salemi, Adam Just Grimm. He's known by a few aliases.
Adam, Jesus Christ, Salemi.
Adam, and Monica. Let's hear it up for Monica.
Monica. Come on, Monica.
Yeah,
Monica!
Monica!
Woo!
So, how you doing today, Adam?
Hey, pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that outfit you're wearing? It looks like you went to Uniqlo.
It's just a shirt that doesn't it doesn't belong to me. I think it used to be my brother's.
Like you were an Aeropostale mannequin that came alive.
Yeah, you're like
In the best way. In the best way.
This chain was given to me when I got out of my shift at Dunkin' Donuts, and a guy's like, "Yo, man, you want a chain?" It's like it's an expensive chain. I'm like, "I got $5." He's like, I can't even get coffee with that. I'm like, "I got $10." He's like, "All right." And he throws the chain on. It's a 14 karat gold chain.
He was like, "I can get coffee with that."
I can get coffee with that.
It's either get coffee or get caught.
Fee.
Caught fee.
Fee.
Oh, it's the caught fee.
You've been caught. Pay the fee.
Pay the fee.
You weren't even aware
The
of it.
caught fee.
Someone just grabs you and says, "Now pay the fee."
No, I'm just really
Pay the fee.
I'm really black, and I have the red shoes, so it makes it.
You got a little splash of color on you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know that one brand of shoe, or I guess it's a shirt, where it's the logo is the heart with the eyes.
Yeah.
What is that?
Hard eye.
Hard eye. Yeah.
Hard eye.
Coming to TBS. Very
TB ass.
Yes. A-S-S.
Oh my God.
No, what is it though? Because I actually am curious.
I forget, but I know what I see it on. Like I
fashionable.
see it on Converse's a
yeah,
lot.
a lot of those.
I forget what it is.
But
All right, good night.
so
All right,
Good night,
that's,
everybody.
One from Monica. Come on, Monica.
Monica.
Oh my, like
No.
Monica. Jesus
Christ,
fucking
man.
Christ.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
see you next time.
I'm excited. I was literally looking forward to this for like 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
He's been pushing it.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound like you were begging, but it was every day. So
Yeah, no,
Please.
I felt like that.
which is very flattering, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoy the podcast.
Ever since I heard the first podcast, I was like, I have to be on it eventually.
Yeah.
Like,
It
not
was
just
fun.
because I like the podcast, but also it almost seems like it's like a story, and there has to be
Yeah,
that,
there's a little bit.
there has to be that chapter.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because what we're really doing is all the people that we already know at the moment, which is nice because it's like, hey, it's friends just hanging out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's also nice to catch up. So like, speaking of which, I know that it's been a while since you and I have been in a band together.
And Jesse.
And Jesse.
No.
Actually, I've never been in a band with Jesse. That's like a long time.
No.
I haven't been in a band with
Correct.
Jesse for a while.
Wrong.
Yeah, that's exactly like 23 years.
Wow, it's been 23 whole years.
Yeah, it's been 23 years since I
flies
since I
when
seen
things
him.
don't
Fucking
happen.
flies, man.
Yeah.
I do have fond memories of the Atlantic City show where I
fucking that
did the soundboard.
Yeah, I
for
know.
you
You
guys.
were just like in the back.
Oh
just like,
yeah.
yeah,
forgot about that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That
I
was-
never had an instance where like someone was scheduled to be on, but there was just no sound guy or no one.
Aw.
even.
no one. Just no one.
I guess there was a better band upstairs,
I guess.
but there wasn't.
It's a
That's the
shame-
weird thing.
Shame they never showed.
1 second.
We've accumulated too.
Dose.
We're halfway there.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Um,
So 4 is the goal?
4 is the goal.
Four is the goal.
So I want to just give a little bit of an introduction to who Adam is, in case anyone doesn't know. Which come on, you have to know Adam Grimm. I mean, come on. Yeah, but Adam was I was in a band with Adam a while ago, in a band called Hyper Inc. Like Incorporated, and I played drums, and he was the guitarist, and he was the co-songwriter, along with Misha Detskovsky and Matt Kime, blah blah blah. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
And you guys were good too. Run on Sentences is still, I still listen to it all the time. It's still a really good album. It holds
Did
up.
we talk about ever where that drawing came from? Where the front of Run On Sentences came from?
You mean the album cover?
The
Yeah,
guy.
because you remember you had a post about it, talking about this homeless guy who was near the train.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's
same guy.
Who drew you. Remember on the train?
Oh,
We
yeah,
met the
yeah,
guy?
yeah, yeah.
I don't remember what his name was.
There was, for anyone who doesn't know, there was a guy on the L.
Will.
on
Market
SEPTA.
Frankfurt
It was
line.
Will.
Yeah.
Will, yeah.
I think it was Will.
I didn't ask his name. I just wanted a drawing. But it turns out that the same person who, like, I guess touched you, because that was a very
He touched
touching.
me.
It's a very touching.
Where did he
status?
Where did he touch you, Kyle?
Here. Oh,
And there.
You touched me.
here. Ow.
Anyways.
Yeah, the same guy.
Yeah, and the
He's still
same
doing
guy.
that.
The weirdest thing though is I just didn't like how he drew the mouth on the character, so I literally just photoshopped out the mouth, and I thought it made like a statement.
You did.
Fuck.
The statement is, I photoshopped out this mouth.
Yeah, the statement is I'm not very good at Photoshop, and you can tell if you zoom it in.
Yeah.
You just see where I mapped it.
But it has been a little while since, Hyperink was around. What have you been up to?
I went solo, so to speak. But
How
I'm
low?
looking. I've been
Solo.
I've been spending this last year just teaching myself how to sing, because that was like the number one thing that I needed to do.
Like you'd be
Um,
singing into the microphone, just no, wrong,
If you've been to Hyper Inc. shows, that's kind of
Yeah.
similar
Yeah, that
to
was
it.
verbatim.
Yeah, when
That was
just like
that
chastising
would never be the
yourself.
same.
But now that I actually do, like, I guess have a better grasp on vocals, I know exactly where I went wrong when I did sing.
Yeah.
One being the song Household Warrior, which is the only one that we recorded. It was so low in my register. Like,
Oh,
now, yeah. It was so low that whenever we did it live, I felt like if I didn't go opera singer, it was going to sound really quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it originally in a higher key?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was.
No. It started off in F sharp, and then we brought it to like A or something. But then Momo had a problem with it being an A because every song I write's an A. No, it's true.
So does Green Day. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but with this, I'm exploring different notes.
Yeah, you're writing way different music than you used
Yeah,
to.
it's different. I like it.
You put out a single, Somerset Station.
Yeah, the music video. It was supposed to be released as a single, but one of the glorious people who I'm not going to talk about, they just didn't post it, although they said that they would.
Oh,
So I
man.
only had a music
Jesse.
video.
I fucking did it. Damn right I did it, and I'm proud.
Do it again.
I'll do it again.
He's doing it right now.
I'm doing it right now.
But you did, however, release a music video for it.
Yeah, I did. I did it through my Facebook, and I just kind of had to cross my fingers and spend $200. And I got to 65,000 views in a
Cool.
week, so that's
Cool.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I assume it was worth the $200.
Yeah, well, it's funny because it started out in only America and I think Canada, and America was trailing, obviously. Canada was literally 0. No one likes me in Canada
Yeah.
at
They'll get
all. I thought Scott Pilgrim, I thought there'd be a couple people who were like, oh, Canadian? No one. So then I brought it to Mexico, and then I started getting like 10,000 a day.
Go to Japan.
Oh, yeah.
I
there you
tried.
go.
Nothing in Japan. I had like maybe 3 likes in Japan.
That's three. It's three dudes. Just like we like it.
We like
Mexico
Okay,
All of a
act-
sudden you got
Mexico did like 90%. Mexico is awesome. And then I loaded it to or set it rather to India, and that was it.
India was like yes.
India was like, because there's a female in my music video, India was like, I'll take it. And then they destroyed Mexico. They destroyed everybody.
I'll take
just
it.
through the fucking roof.
Just like it was a bunch of Indian kids between 13 and 17 years old.
Oh my god.
So what was the music video? What was the sentiment you were trying to?
Well, I had the idea when I was making it to do like an Animal Farm kind of thing, to where there's 3 different. Yeah, if you watch the video, there's 3 different meanings and stories behind it that I like to think. I also like that Matt Kime, who did Just a Thought, he's actually going to be doing a review on the music video itself, which is cool. He just told me about it.
That's cool.
But he did a review, and in one of the things that we were kind of talking about this review, he said that that like there was like a lot of different layers, and he had his own kind of like idea behind the song itself. So like so I like that people are coming up with their own ideas behind it.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
you want. You want it to be open to interpretation.
You don't want
Exactly.
to be like, oh, that's what it is.
But to me, it starts out like a regular. I kind of wanted to make like a horror movie. I love horror movies, so I wanted to make a horror movie music video.
And it starts off real sweet and innocent.
Yeah.
Right, and then it kind of starts getting a little bit morbid till the end. You know, the cameraman dies.
Yeah, he does.
What are your favorite horror movies?
I love. Here's the thing, like I love like the gory movies. So Saw,
His life's scary enough, is what he's trying to say.
Blair Witch Project will always
Yeah.
be one of my favorite horror movies, and that's
Yeah.
kind of where I take a little bit from. I wanted to make a DIY music video that didn't necessarily look DIY.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of to explore, you know, like I had a nicer camera, so I wanted to kind of explore different color palettes. Like if you saw how it looked compared to like how it looked now, it's very different, and it's all on purpose. But about the meaning, I guess like the most metaphoric I can get into it is either about abuse between two people, and the girl at the end, and then the other figure being a metaphor for someone who's being abused and then taking revenge on the person, and then the music industry in general, where the other figure is the record label controlling the musician and eventually.
I kind of felt like that was
killing.
a bit of the idea.
Yeah.
But like, I don't. For anybody that doesn't know, I played the figure in the background.
He
of the music
did.
Oh,
video.
that's right. I forgot.
And,
He did
and
awesome.
I really didn't have an idea of what I was really representing. I just knew it was creepy, so I was in.
You're
It was
just like
great.
a
I
dude with a
thank you
white
guys
mask.
so much. Like the mosquitoes were fantastic.
Oh, that sucked.
Yeah,
That
they
sucked.
acted
I-
fantastically.
Just the entire time, myself and Lynn just, I'm getting bit. I'm getting bit. Oh, by the way, I'm getting bit. I have been bitten.
Actually, the shot where you first see the figure, it's across like this little like pool of water, sorta. And didn't you like almost fall in?
I
like,
almost fell in. I was trying to jump across like the track and across the water to get to this one spot, and it was just all
the soil
mud
was
everywhere.
it just
it
wasn't
was
like
just
it wasn't.
a little nightmare.
it wasn't
but it was
good
funny.
at
It was
all.
funny. It was worth it.
Yeah.
But really, kind of like the music industry and kind of what I've had to deal with, sorta. That's definitely one of the main metaphors about, you know, like a relationship starting out really nicely and then kind of things start getting twisted.
Yeah.
And then eventually it kind of leads to the demise of the person because I'm very positive.
You're a very positive person.
I'm a very positive.
That's
person.
positive.
Positive.
Can we all just 1, 2, 3, 4?
Positive.
A lot of bands write songs about their labels or people that are in the business, and it's like always angry.
Not gonna write you a love song.
Not gonna write you
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to do it. So you can't make me.
This
do
is
it.
me not doing it.
You know what I'm
Why did
doing?
he turn into
I like the other version.
a guy named Tony?
I'm not gonna write you a love song. Okay, I will.
All right.
All right, you asked. You were pretty
Okay.
nice about it.
Shoots to number one.
Hey Peter,
Hey, babe.
I'm gonna write your love song.
I thought we weren't gonna go close to the mics.
Well, for hands, you can.
All right.
Hands, only hands.
Only hands.
Only hands and beaters.
Hyper Inc. That's not the only band that we were in though, and one of my favorite bands will always remain the Girls.
Oh my God, the
Oh,
girls,
okay.
right? I
Okay.
was even in that for a little
So
while.
Jesse, so you know what the girls consisted of?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's me, Adam, Chris, our friend Nick, and our friend Blake, and our friend Eric. It kind of changed around a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it did. It was like Blake and the Idiots, but then you added.
that
a,
was that was
So Blake and the Idiots
pre the girls.
is my very first band.
It's just the band is just like
Blake and the Idiots. But yeah, the girls was a thing that I guess it was mostly a cover band, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun,
Yeah,
and
it was fun.
we did like vlogs and everything. Adam actually just pretty much made the vlogs. They were great. I still watch them. They're really
Do
funny.
you have like a favorite vlog?
Hot vlogs is the first one.
Oh yeah,
When it
was
was like
was named that because after we had hot dogs.
we had hot dogs. They were really bad.
I didn't
remember
think
that.
I wasn't too creative when it came to.
I just remember hanging out in the basement of the Milk Boy, and that was just funny.
Oh, that was fun, and I put gum on Han Solo's face. Remember that?
There was a
it
picture
left
of
it
Han
there.
Solo in the basement.
And it was like signed by him. He's like, "Hey, keep on keeping on."
You're like,
And I'm like, I was like, so no respect at all.
oh my
I
god.
also hadn't seen
I hope
the
you
movies.
meet him someday and go, "Hey, I put gum on your face."
And then you.
Tell on him, and he
He
goes,
just has
"Oh."
gum on his face now. It's like whatever happens to that picture of him happens in real life.
Now you know that place closed down, right? Like,
Yeah, I heard it closed down.
Yeah,
That was-
both
Oh,
locations.
dear.
It became Melody's Cafe, and then that closed down.
He's really.
That was weird.
You know.
We're doing our Han
We're doing
Solo,
our own
Harrison
thing.
Ford. Yeah, Melody's Cafe was Milk Boy. Yeah, that
It
was.
was,
like
it was
the
Milk Boy. I don't even think there was any difference because
Ew, what it was called Boy Milk. Welcome to Boy Milk.
Ew,
Home of
boys
the
milk.
boys. Milk Boys. Milk Boys.
There's 3 places called Milk Boy.
Yeah.
In the area.
3 businesses or
3 places?
Yeah, no,
venues.
3 venues.
It's like it's a,
but they're all, I mean, they're all going, right?
It's a chain.
It's not called
No. There's one downtown Philly. That's like
That
the
one's
main.
still there?
That's
Yeah.
Milk Boy. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a music venue at all.
No, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
Was it really?
It's actually a studio,
It
I
is.
think, too.
On the top floor, and the bottom floor. Where have you been?
Middle
I've never been in there. I've only been by and it looked small, so I
It's a little
assumed there was
small,
no place to play.
It's small, but it's Philly.
I saw a thing. They did the list top 5 horror movies of all time. Do you guys agree with this list? It was.
What is it?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I have never seen.
I've never
Are
seen
we going
it.
from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
It was 5 to 1.
Oh, okay.
Texas
Good.
Chainsaw Massacre. Alien.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah.
First one.
It's pretty good.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
The Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that had to be on the list.
And then Psycho. Number 1.
I mean, it's like a.
It's like the
I mean,
classic.
I think if you ask an aficionado what are the top 5, that would be the answer. But are those like
This is the Adam
to
answer.
me?
But-
Would I?
I don't want to play devil's advocate, but I really do.
I don't want to play Devil's Advocate, but have you guys seen Devil's Advocate?
You know what I would compare
Actually,
it to?
have you seen Devil's Advocate?
But give the
I
devil a
didn't
break.
know that was
Keanu
a movie. I
Reeves?
just assumed it was
Yeah,
a movie.
it's Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. Al
Pacino?
Pacino's the devil.
Pacino.
I sort of compare that to the old It versus the new It, which I actually enjoyed the new It.
I loved it. It was so good.
The old It is just.
Everybody just gave
The
it.
old It was just like really restricted because it was on TV. So they like
Right.
really stripped it down.
And I mean, and they didn't have CG. You know, they didn't have the kind of technology they
I
have
was
now.
so excited knowing like what it did and what it does, like
Yeah.
his whole power, and knowing that it was coming out in a movie with new CG in like 2017. I was like, this is gonna.
Well,
be
I was
wild.
worried because you know
almost-
that the Blair Witch Project, they had a reboot too the
Blair
same
Witch,
year.
yeah.
I heard
It
it was
was
bad,
garbage,
but I
it's
didn't see the
trash.
first one either, so I
Well,
don't really have a
'cause the
point
whole
of
draw
comparison.
It's
the
not
first
even a
one.
reboot. They're just like, let's just make the same movie.
Like another one, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but that isn't
Hills
what
Have
the new
Eyes, let's
It
do it again,
is.
but you don't know
That's
what
what
it
the new It is, but it's they're remaking it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like Blair Witch, like they're not remaking it, but they're just like making the same movie again. But it's called like another thing.
Yeah. Well, it's called Blair
people,
Witch.
Yeah, people just like how it feels. To
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Right.
we're watching The Ring. What? Like, didn't they remake The Ring?
That
I
was
think so.
that
Or
was
was
There's
something
like
exactly like they always come out with like another like they just make the movie again.
It's like
I mean,
fucking
I don't
different
like I don't,
superheroes
I don't
or
like when
Pokemon
jump
or-
scares are utilized to the point of where it's like there has to like
because
a
you know
formula.
when they're coming.
I want to
Right.
see something that's gonna legitimately creep me out really bad, like seeing.
It's
just
when it all goes quiet
a long
and someone's
shot.
like,
Watch me use the
going, you're like,
bathroom.
okay, here comes a jump
Watch
scare.
me use the bathroom before I'm on the antibiotics. That would creep you
That's a
out.
jump scare. I want to say
That
that,
is a
like the
jump
best horror movies to me, I really don't think that you have to put classics on the list just because they're good. Because I feel like there are movies that have come out since movies like The
The
Shining.
Hills Have Eyes remake is probably my favorite horror movie.
I haven't seen that. I don't think I've seen the original of that either. But I wanted to talk about It Follows.
I was gonna ask you.
That was a
about
good
it
movie,
before.
too.
You
Yeah.
know what my
That's
favorite horror
ridiculous.
movie
That
is.
movie was so good, and it was scary the whole way through because you didn't know what was
Also
going
an
on.
amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, amazing
By
soundtrack.
Disasterpiece,
By Disasterpiece.
who does Fez, which is a very good game.
Oh wait, just to go back on the girls show, I actually have something listed that I found funny because I was watching a couple
Adam made
girls video.
Adam made notes and segues.
No, it's not a segue. I made a note and I just wanted to know the answer to this.
Okay.
I made a note of first off, our guitar tones were just the worst thing in the world.
They're pretty
Oh,
stinky.
we had no idea, and we all
I
were
still
like
want
wanted
it.
to be louder than each other.
Right,
And it was all,
right. But
Yeah,
one
it
thing I
was-
had in general, Chris, you had a metal guitar when you were doing it.
Oh, the Jackson.
It was it was a Jackson. It was a Jackson, but it looked so metal in like the line 6 and the line 6/4s and stuff, all like backed up.
Oh,
but we were
yeah.
playing like
that was all my equipment. I had line
I know.
6,
yeah.
like the big Spider 475 watt,
I know.
and the Jackson, and
It was just funny. We were playing like Vampire Weekend and Arctic Monkeys, and you're just with that Jackson, just kind of like rocking out with
Yeah,
the
you were-
Jackson.
Yo, that thing has versatility though, as far as
Oh,
sound
no,
goes,
it does.
'cause You
It's
can't
just-
tell like in a recording, but the you know the look of it.
It looked like three of us like invited our metal friend to play like a show.
Yeah, it looked like you were down a man.
And, you know,
It always looked
I
like
see
you
a
were
lot
down.
of bands like at shows. There'll be like one of the bands will have like the guitarist is like obviously like a metalhead, and like the band is not a metal band,
Right.
Yeah.
and you just see him like struggling. Like he has like a Marshall cabinet, and he like some kind of like Ibanez or Jackson like long hair, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry,
That was
buddy.
we had a Hyper Inc. show where we had Andrew Amado, who was a guest on
Oh,
this.
he's great.
Oh yeah, we had him on the podcast.
But he was doing bass for us. He has the biggest bass I've ever seen in my whole life, and it blew everything else away. Because he had like this refrigerator of a bass, and then we have like literally our line 6 and like that one crap Marshall that we had, and it just sounded like the bassist knew what was up, and he was stuck with 3 shitty guitar musicians. Like,
no, I really feel bad because I did a show with him when we did another show with the girls. It was a separate thing. You were in Hyper Inc. at the time, and he really knows tone. Like that's his best.
Oh yeah, no, he's I've asked him to help me with Grimm, and he's just busy.
Yeah, he's always doing stuff. He spreads himself a little, not thin, like he can handle it all, but he's in a lot of projects.
No, he is, and he's a very good bassist. It's very hard to find a really good bassist.
Yeah, really, I think as an engineer, he's fantastic.
Like one of the
Anyways,
hardest.
Charlie Sheen soundboards. Hello, Andrew.
Does
I like your Charlie Sheen soundboard.
Okay.
Anytime we mention Andrew.
All right.
Barack Obama just came in, everyone.
Yeah.
That was Barack Obama.
Oh my God.
He was
sweep in.
Barry.
Barry.
Barry-o.
I thought you were just gonna be like, he was bad.
He was so bad.
I thought he was good in person. He's bad.
So bad.
He's a
I
very
like-
he's a
I
very
like him
good
better on
dresser.
the album.
I like him better on the outside.
I like old Obama.
He dressed very
like-
I
nice.
like
the old
Obama's
Obama.
first album.
I like in the beginning when he was really passionate,
Oh
and,
my
like
God.
really like
It's gone
fast-paced,
now.
Yo,
It's all-
trashy.
it's all
Tell me,
synthetic now.
honestly, wouldn't you listen to the debut rap album from Barack Obama? Just
why
called, just
would I
called,
not?
just
Any
called,
album from
Barry.
Barack
just
Obama.
called Barry.
Yeah, it's totally called Barry. Yeah.
Do you think there'd be a diss track on Trump?
It'd be a diss track.
It would
on
be
everything.
like
It'd be called like
Trump
American
this.
Idiot Part 2.
He'd get like Billy Joel.
I think the album is just called Trump This, and he's just like
Trump this.
pointing at his dick.
Actually, that'd be great.
That's just straight up Obama's like
and I feel
not
like
fucking
there's
around
a
anymore.
song on there called Barry-o's Baritone.
I'm gonna bury you.
Yeah, Barry. I'm gonna
Barry Trump.
That's it. Barry Trump.
Barry Trump.
Bear
my
Grylls,
God.
I'm a
That's
drink
it.
your pee.
Bear Grylls.
Barry
everyone. Bear
Grylls.
Grylls.
Wow, Bear Grylls. Come on, everyone.
Oh,
Give it
yeah.
up for Bear Grylls.
You see the one video? Ooh, whoops.
That would've almost
You see the one video where like he's crossing like a stream and then the camera pans over, it's just a highway. like
He's like, no. Yeah.
yeah, like you think it's in
I've
the
never
desert
seen
or
that.
something.
I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say he's just peeing in his mouth. Like,
He's just like,
Oh no, it
Well,
doesn't.
that's every joke on the internet was
Yeah.
just like, you remember the meme? It was
I have
like,
to drink
oh man,
my
I
own
broke my
pee."
leg. Better drink
Better,
my own
yeah, better
piss.
just my own piss.
yeah.
That was my favorite.
There's a new Steve Irwin type that just gets bit by really.
Yes, I
Awful
love the
thing.
Brave Wilderness.
What's his name?
Coyote Peterson.
That's
Coyote Peterson.
I like Coyote Peterson.
It sounds
I
like a Tim and Eric, Rick and Morty
Yeah,
kind of character.
Coyote
I like Coyote Peterson.
He just gets bit by awful things all the time. It's like today's episode, I get bit by the bullet ant.
Today's
Yeah.
episode.
Oh,
Today's
thanks.
episode, Chris.
Yeah, just his friend Chris bites him.
Oh, I thought you said Briss.
No,
No, he
I
got-
meant
He
me.
got bit by an alligator snapping turtle. He had to wear a little thing so it didn't
Oh,
destroy his
Christ.
arm.
Oh my god.
Right, it's like I'm gonna get bit by this, but let's make sure it doesn't hurt too
That
much.
thing's fucking bite.
But
is-
it's gonna
you
hurt
don't
me.
fuck around with that.
You know, snapping turtles and alligators. Snapping turtles. You know what the difference is?
No.
Snapping turtles can move their necks to bite you. Like if you're here, if you're to the right,
Yeah.
but an alligator just opens his mouth, snapping turtle, and just waits until something goes in it, and it's like, on his tongue is like a little nodule that looks like a worm wiggling. So if it's just like, ooh, can you?
Describes my dating life.
Yeah, you just
yeah.
you just sit outside with your mouth open until someone comes into it.
Yeah, not recommended. Anyway, I'm on antibiotics now, so it should be fine.
Yeah, Adam has a very, very bad prostate.
Biotics sound.
Oh, I didn't
Or do you not
need
want
that to be
biotics?
known.
What?
It's antibiotic. Never mind.
I don't like biotics.
Our Hyper Ink shows were awesome though. Like just to come back to that, because I keep looking. There was an insert that I made that we put in at the bass
Oh, yeah.
drum that has Hyper Ink on it, just because we didn't like to bring our drums anywhere, nor Kyle would want to like take them apart.
I hated that. That's
Yeah.
the worst part of being.
I mean,
a
I
drummer.
can't blame you though.
Yeah.
It's so different from like my guitar being put away.
Yeah.
So I just made this insert that would just throw it into any old drum set, and it fit.
It works. It's like a little circle, and yeah, we're throwing anything. That's pretty portable too.
But do you have like a favorite show, like in general?
I was gonna say favorite bands and shows. Yeah, we could talk about.
No, like do you have like one in general? Because mine is when we played in front of Momo's mom, and she was the only one that showed up.
Oh my
trying to remember
god.
that.
It was just
Where was
Momo's
that
mom
at?
sitting there. That was at the fire.
Was it the
In
fire?
Gerard, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, you're right.
It was absolutely the fire, because I remember being like, what a big open space. Hi, Momo.
Yo, real talk.
was
My
mom.
favorite show. My two favorite shows. No, my favorite show was the Temple show. The first time I met any of you guys.
With
really.
Krista?
No, the
No.
frat.
Oh,
frat.
thank
With
okay.
The frat, I guess it was a frat show. It was Hyper Inc. and the Dispersion.
Yeah, dude.
And you guys opened up with the
King of the Hill.
the King of the Hill theme,
yeah.
and I was like, "Yo, this band is killer!" And then just everything throughout the night, everybody's energy was so great.
Oh, that was a
You were
fun
wearing
show.
a chef hat.
I was wearing a full
A
chef,
full chef
thing,
uniform.
I
The whole
remember.
thing was
I remember me giving out our pins at the door, just for free.
I came up and told you guys I loved you, and one of
walking
you
by- I didn't know
gave me
who
a
you were.
T-shirt, and I was like,
It was probably me.
I
I was
it
just
so
giving our
happy.
T-shirts out.
I still wear that T-shirt all the
Yeah.
time.
That's when I first met Jesse and Maddox and James.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was nice.
That was the start.
Really, first met then? Oh no, well, yeah, we didn't. Like we met. Me
So
and
we all
James
met them
met
on the
you
same night?
at the
Yeah.
nail. But he,
think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
That's not when I met you. Yeah, well, I didn't meet you there.
You were
Yeah,
there. You
I
there.
met James one day here, I think, before that.
yeah. I mean,
So.
yeah.
Did
At
I
some
meet?
point.
I think
I didn't meet you.
Oh, wait,
no, I met,
wait.
I met you at the temple at that
Yeah,
show,
that
and
show.
then when I came here once, I was like, "Do I know you?" And you're like, "Yeah, I was at the temple show." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And
Just to
then
backtrack, the Nail. Remember that showcase? That was the first time that there was
Oh, yeah.
a band
there's a lot of
after us.
big bands in.
Jumping
I was
Boogies.
rooting for Dirty Purple, who's a great band. I don't know what they're
Yeah.
doing now.
I
But
didn't
remember,
even
do you
stay to
remember?
watch them play.
Do you remember Handlebar or a band that sounds like that? I kept making fun of the name, like
Oh yeah.
Back
Drive.
Drive Shift, Stick
No,
Shift.
Stick shift. That's it.
Is it Stick Shift?
Yeah, stick shit.
It was oh, the funniest thing happened that night. Like I think it might have been me
Kind
and
of the
you.
amp, right?
We were no, it was me and Momo. We were looking at the guitar, right? And it was like it was like a Les Paul. And then I don't know why, like Momo just had like that snarky kind of like. I wonder whose Les Paul is that?
It's
I wonder whose Les Paul is that.
That's so.
And
It's me, Misha.
So the singer's mom turns around and is like, "That's his Les Paul."
Yes, I remember that. He's
And
like,
that's a-
that's my son's Les
Yeah,
Paul, and it's
that's a
Les.
Gibson.
Yeah, it's a
That's
Gibson.
a Gibson.
Like, oh, okay, I know who bought it.
Yeah.
And then like the original band started with
I know who bought it.
the exact riff of American Idiot. And I'm like, oh, they're doing a cover of American Idiot, but they didn't.
It's like no, they're
No,
not.
they're playing like their original sauce.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of bands that have that. Their big song is just someone else's song.
Yeah, but that like they didn't.
There was no.
new kind of tension. Not Green Day.
Yeah, Green Day, I think, is the most over
Copied band. I
think,
agree.
emulated. I think, and people don't even mean to. It's just like they're so big.
People say that I sound like a mix of Green Day and like 21 Pilots or whatever, but I really don't try to sing like Green Day. That was my brother.
Chris has to pee so bad. Everyone, bad.
Why don't you pee inside the
Cut my mouth.
yeah.
I mean, I can. You can just go.
I'll be back.
All right, here he goes.
Fun fact, I met Chris first out of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the day that I.
Oh, we
so
got to
sorry.
come back to that thing because I don't
We'll come
remember the
back to
day.
that.
Where are
We'll
you
come back to
peeing?
that.
That's
I'm-
not.
I'm getting closer to you.
Oh God, he is, guys.
It was pee-pee time. Pee-pee time, everyone.
Pee-pee time.
Pee-pee time. Pee-pee time.
Andrew,
Do you remember that one show that we did in Atlantic City where like the woman was like showing her butthole to us?
That was the last show we did. And
Was it-
that's
was
that's,
that the
that's
last
the
one?
reason. No, but yeah, it was I didn't see it. All I remember was so we did a show in Atlantic City and it was my farewell show. It was kind of underwhelming because there was like 2 people in the audience.
No, it wasn't.
3 people in the
There
audience.
was an okay amount of people.
All right, so I'm playing and I can't see the audience, so I'm just playing. I'm enjoying it. And at one point I see Misha. He's in the front. He turns around. And he's just like, and I was like, what could have propelled that reaction?
I didn't know what was going on either. I saw him turning to you, and I'm like,
He looked
did
at me
you-
with the
I-
most
I was thinking-
disgusted face.
I'm like, did you fuck up or something?
And what it was,
He looked at you like this.
yeah, like this, like he was
I'm
appalled
sorry.
by me.
I saw the woman dancing, but go ahead.
It was a lady. She just showed her butt, but she was,
Was it a
not
bad
not
butt?
attractive lady.
Not
she
a
was
bad
like
butt.
She was like
Bad
70.
butt. Okay, bad butt.
And it wasn't just
Bad
butt.
butt.
It was whole.
bad butt,
Bad butt.
bad butt.
Bad
Going in the
butt,
world
bad
with a little
butt.
bad butt.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they bad butt
But you. How did I know?
You're gonna get bad butt tonight. Ew.
I-
Now, you know what that is? You're with your wife, and she's like, you were like, you didn't do the laundry, so you're gonna get bad butt tonight.
Like he doesn't want it.
Oh,
You're gonna
God.
get bad butt.
It's not no sex. Sex
No.
is happening. It's just bad butt.
It's gonna be bad.
I would rather not have the sex.
It's worse than having no sex. It's
You
bad, butt.
Chris, what's your opinion on bad butt?
It ain't good, but.
going to the grocery store and being like, oh, this butt's bad.
Oh, bad butt.
yeah.
Excuse me, I'd like to return this bad butt. I got
It's a bit hollow. Yeah,
Yeah,
bad butt.
he's not-
Bad butt. Roll it down the aisle.
You roll it down.
Fading to the left a bit.
That or no thanks, I have a bad butt.
Would you like to sign up for our rewards card? I got a
No,
bad
I have a
butt.
bad butt.
bad
I'm sorry.
That's a
I gotta go. I have a bad butt.
You
Yeah.
can get life insurance.
You
want to
sit down? Sorry, I have a bad butt. I can't.
I can't. I have to stand always. I don't sleep.
If Chris Hansen stopped like the guys and he's like, why don't you take a seat? And he's like, I can't, I have a bad butt.
He's
Oh.
off the hook. He's
Well,
off
this
the-
formula's always worked. I don't know what to do.
I don't know how to continue this conversation.
I
I
brought
guess
the
you're free to
wine
go.
coolers. That's what they always bring.
Yeah.
On that, they're always like wine coolers.
Because that's the only alcohol a child would drink. Think about it. When I was little, I wanted a beer so bad until my dad gave me a beer. And then I drank it and I'm like, why would you like this?
Yeah,
It
why are you
smells
continuing
fine,
to
but it
ingest
tastes
this?
worse.
Yeah. It does smell good.
Beer smells fine.
Tastes worse. I don't know. I think at a certain point, we all like beer, right? We all got
No.
I
I hate beer.
like
Yeah,
I'm out on beer.
We were
I like
talking about
Every time I
Budweiser.
drink it, I get a horrible headache, and I'm just kind of out.
Budweiser. Everyone around Philly says Budweiser's horrible.
Budweiser's great. It's the only one that I can drink, but even so, like I just feel sick after I drink beer.
Maybe you have a gluten
Budweiser.
allergy.
I can drink.
No,
regular
no,
liquor till I'm
he
blue
eats
in
a
the
lot
face.
of bread.
He eats a lot of bread.
He said
That's
you have a
true.
gluten allergy. I'm like, there's no way. Because you
could
told
be
me
gluten
everything you
int-
eat is
Everything I eat is a sandwich. Be it a burger or a hot dog sandwich.
Be it a burger.
Be
hot
it-
dog sandwich.
Or a hot
Be it a
dog
burger?
sandwich.
No,
a
it's a-
burger or a dog.
Or a hot
It's a dog sandwich.
dog. What are you eating there, Gerald?
Hotted
a hot
dog.
dog.
A sweaty puppy.
No, it's a hotted dog. I'm eating
Sweaty
a
puppy.
hotted,
A
a
sweaty
sweaty
puppy.
puppy. Oh, yeah.
It's like when you put a hot dog inside the microwave for too long so it gets pruny.
No, it's a sweat pup.
Pruny.
That's a mush
Pruny.
puppy.
Want to get pruny with Junie?
Ew.
No.
Jesse wishes his name was Junie. He's gonna fuck me later.
Fuck you later. Oh, I just spilled. Not so.
You know what? That sounds kind of like a song that that like dispersions would make, like
Go
when
up.
they're trying to be like pop punk, like
Getting
like
pruny.
pruny with Junie.
Can
Yeah.
we write a song called Matzo Ball Soup right now?
Yeah.
Remember, bitch just ate my chips.
Yes.
This is like a member berry thing, but like
No, we're doing Matzo Ball Soup now.
okay.
Matzo ball soup. Matzo ball soup. He's
Balls and soup.
matzo ball soup. Get the verse.
Matzo ball soup.
Let's kick it.
I really don't want to.
Quick it up. MATZABALL soup. Okay.
How do you
That's
spell matzo? MATZAH.
Wall. There's no H.
Yes.
Oh no.
Matzo.
Oh no, not an H.
Matzo.
Every time I see a girl named Sarah. Every time I
Matzah.
see a girl named Sarah with an H on the end, I'm like, why?
Sarah.
Sarah.
Is that the website?
Saraha.
Saraha.
That's even funnier.
Sahaha.
Yeah.
Is that how it's pronounced, by the way?
I say Saraha, so maybe.
Sounds like sriracha, but they're like, oh, we don't want to do that. That's been done.
Sir. Racha.
Sriracha? I am Sriracha.
This is what
I am
what are we
Sriracha.
even talking about?
Nothing. Fucking nothing. I went to pee and it broke down. How about How I Met You?
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
How about I Met Your Mother?
How I Met Your Mother. I haven't.
I met Chris's mother because we did a Christmas music video. I think that might have been the first time because we did it at your house,
We did.
Oh my god, we did that at my house with a big inflatable penis.
which looked great.
It did look pretty
Did it?
Yeah.
All right.
And the do-it-yourself prostate exam.
Oh yeah, there was like a kit that just said "Do-it-yourself prostate exam," but we
Baby's
opened
first
them on
prostate
Christmas.
kit.
Yeah.
Oh, it was to All I Want for Christmas.
Yeah.
You have to bring that up
For
at some point.
Oh, dude, that was. Oh, I have a great story with that. But no, please, because I don't remember the first day that we met.
I do. I was sitting in Mr. Meddy's class, and you came over. It was like right in the beginning of school. It was senior year. You came over and you were like, I had long hair, and you were like, hey, I figured you had long hair and you were into like heavy metal and stuff, so I figured I'm amongst friends. And I was like, well, yeah.
You know what's funny? I was not into heavy metal really.
You were into like Coheed and Cambria and Avenged Sevenfold and
That's
stuff.
not really. Is that heavy metal?
It was metal at the time.
Yeah, I guess at the
I mean,
time.
it was like
That was the one.
well,
you had-
because for their time, I mean, that was the Willing 4, so it was.
Yeah, I guess.
That was pretty heavy. But then I just remember throughout the course of the day meeting up with them separately and being like, hey, I met this guy Adam today. And I was like, really? I had the same experience. It was like we all, like, we were
seriously?
talking about
I
how we
met
had
Nick
you.
in lunch the same day. Like I was like with Nick and I'm like, hey, I like your hair. I don't know why it's the long hair because it was either think about this. It was either the long hair kids or the gangs. And I just didn't look like a gang guy at that time.
My butthole just wasn't ready.
My butthole just wasn't ready.
No, but if you saw that lunchroom, they had it was like a mini countries. Like there was nationalities.
Yeah.
At first
That's
I
how it
sat.
always is.
At
It
first
was like a more disorganized UN.
Right.
Yeah.
At first I sat with the Russians, right? I knew it was a Russian kid because one of the kids was like, "How are you?" And I'm like, "I'm cool."
Would you like to sit and dine with us?
He's like, what name is or something like. I'm like, my
What's
name's
name
Adam. What's
is?
your name? And he shows me his ID, and I've never seen so many consonants in someone's last name that I just couldn't I just got up and left.
My name is.
And
It
then
was
you
weird.
left.
Yeah, no, and then I left as if I was like offended.
It's spelled as it sounds.
That's how war starts.
It's better it sounds.
My name is.
My name is.
So like after I struck
My
out,
name's Peter.
yeah, it's pronounced
It's Toyota.
Jones. After that, I was like, all right, strike one, and I didn't want to go to like the Mexican table because I didn't think I was gonna do too good there.
The Mexican table.
Yeah, and then I just saw Nick sitting there, and he looked so cute. He had his long hair,
He was like, fuck him.
and I was like, you look cool. And then we tried to talk about heavy metal for
Did
a
you
second.
go over to him and say, "You look cool"?
Hey.
I think
You
so.
look cool.
I think I said something on the lines of like, "Hey, you look cool. Do you like rock music?"
You like rock music? What is this?
No, I like sand music.
I heard
It
you
was
like
either
to rock
it was,
and
e-
roll.
it was
I heard
e-
you like rock and roll.
Yeah.
It was either that or say like, I just met Vladimir Putin at the other table. Can you? So I went with the latter. I went with the hey, you look cool.
Yeah.
We tried to talk about heavy metal, but it was such a force for me to have to talk about it because I didn't care. I don't like heavy metal.
Why
I
was
just
that your
don't-
opener for both of us if you didn't actually like heavy metal?
Because that's all I had to go on. I didn't want to be like,
It's all
hey,
he
Green Day's pretty
had.
cool, right?
all I had.
Have you heard of Anti-Flag?
Well, you could tell by the long hair what he's probably into.
I was trying to think that way, and he was like, no, not really.
You could have been
Hey, you're into heavy
into,
metal,
like,
right?
avant-garde jazz.
That was like a fucking
Am I?
left hook to me because I was like,
Damn,
oh,
you're
no.
like, fuck.
That
Countered. He countered it.
Yeah, I was like, you know Ozzy Osbourne? He's like, yeah, I like Ozzy Osbourne. I'm like,
Yeah.
All
Why
right,
is he?
cool.
Why is he so
Yeah.
light voiced? Yeah.
because that's kind of how Nick was. Maybe he got louder, but
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about Nick. What he is, he's got louder.
He's gotten way louder over the
He's
years.
gonna be 80 years old.
and eventually he brought me up to the choir room, which is where I never went back to the lunchroom after the choir room.
We boned.
Nobody. Once we all discovered the music room and then we could
Oh,
eat in
that was
there,
it.
we
Oh,
never
yeah,
went back to
yeah.
lunchroom.
That
That
was
was so
so
loud.
No, dude, like the first freshman year, it was sitting in the lunchroom. I remember, this is an actual experience I had. I sat at the lunchroom, I was sitting there alone, I had long hair, I was like, I'm alone. And so she came up to me, and she tapped me on the shoulder and says, hi, my friend has a crush on you. And it was behind me. She was like, behind you.
Was it Mr. Flaherty?
Yeah, it was Mr. Flaherty. And he was like, hi. No, he was like, turn around. I was like, and she was like, she didn't say anything. She just made this like chipmunk face and waved her fingers, like not a wave, but one of these.
Who was it?
Some girl. And I was like,
you never found out.
no, I turned around instantly and I went, I have a girlfriend. I did not have a girlfriend. That's the kind of experience that, and I'm not saying that was good because it was. I think it was a joke. I think it was like,
Yeah.
You
you
think
know,
that'd be a prank?
hi.
Like,
It's like, huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I fucking hated it.
I guess you can tell the difference between I'm
No, you could
awkward
tell.
versus like
You can
don't like I do not have a crush on you, sir.
Yeah. It was like, ha ha ha, aren't you sad? So then I went up to the music room, and then so Mr. Wanglicki, we all have fond.
Mr. Who?
Oh, dude.
Wanglicki. We all call him Glick.
Yeah, we all
Wang.
call them Glick. That's that. Yeah.
That's dangerously close to like.
Wow, I that never made a connection. I just
Glick.
made the fucking.
You're fucking glick.
You're Glick.
Don't never tickle him on the Glick.
Oh, Glick
touch
him.
it. Don't touch my Glick.
Don't glickle his glick.
Hey, you touch my Glick in here?
Anyway,
You glickling?
dude was a
Well,
fantastic
please.
music
He
teacher.
was really
He
great.
was. You know, he told me that I could pass the class without doing any work. All I had to do was tune the guitars at the end of the
All I
day.
gotta do is touch his Glick.
He kicked my ass musically, and I made me like play when I didn't want to. And he's the only reason that I know any notes or any chords or any scales. or
Oh,
anything.
shout out to him. I don't know what he's doing. But
Shout out to
He's
him.
back
Yeah.
on the Deep.
Come on.
If you're out there listening somewhere, Glick, we love you.
He was the only person that could
Andrew
get
Amado.
mad at me and proud of me at the same time.
I remember how
Maddox
how, like,
Pearson.
mad
Like he just was
Maddox
always
Pearson.
fucking like he was always mad.
at Blake.
Yes.
Did you know the story of him yelling at Blake?
Okay, just
No.
There was just one time where Blake walked in And he did something, and Blake was just like at his desk at his computer just doing something.
Yeah.
And then Blake walked in, and he was in the room for like 2 seconds, and he like leaned on a piano, and it knocked like a bunch of them over. And what did he say exactly?
So Blake's our big oaf of a friend.
Yeah.
And he just knocked over this huge keyboard, and there's a loud. And then after the dust settles, Blake looks up from his paperwork and he just goes, "Blake, you are such a nerd."
No, he was pissed though. He went, "Blake, you are such a nerd," and like went back to his
As
stuff.
if he was waiting for the time to say that. Like,
That's
this is a
like-
long time coming.
That's like a
You're a
very,
nerd! And the whole class goes,
it's a very catered insult. Is
And
what
what's
that
funny
was.
about that whole thing is that apparently after we left, because Blake was a year under us, he developed like a fantastic relationship with him. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
They had like a mommy-daddy thing.
That's
What?
not what I meant by fantastic
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
relationship.
they had a mommy daddy thing.
He had a little dominant thing.
Andrew Amado.
Maddox Pearson.
Andrew Maxa Pearson.
Andrew
Ew.
Pearson.
That one guy who played in TM.
Okay, TM.
TM!
Time?
No!
Can I wait a minute?
Okay, no, he's not faulted. He's
I'm not gonna let it go because I called you guys time constantly,
T
and I couldn't
I
get rid of it.
E
If it
M.
was
Team.
backwards,
It's
T-E-I-M, but it's T-I-E-M, and I read it as time all the
Again,
time.
that's just
My name's Dam. It's pronounced. It's A-D-A-M.
Adam.
Adam. That's what you are on my phone.
You know, that's my Jewish name.
Adam.
Adam?
Adam.
Wow.
Adam.
Wow.
Adam means ground.
A big dog.
The man from the ground.
Wow, man from the ground.
Man
wow.
from the ground.
Which is
I'm
why
so
the
proud of
first,
the man from the ground.
the first person on earth, Adam and Eve.
Dumb.
So in
Who?
Hebrew, it's Adam, man from the ground.
A dumb man
and
from the
Eve.
ground.
Yeah.
That's what I...
A dumb,
That's just too funny.
I
to me.
got it.
a dumb man
It's like,
from the ground.
like even like Adam and Eve like introducing themselves to like another couple. Like, hi, I'm Eve, and this is a dumb. It's like, hey, what?
Who, me?
Who
We
me?
call the
I don't know,
podcast
two people
a
in
dumb
the-
man from the
a
ground.
dumb man from the ground.
Um,
I just cycle through. I find it.
The
Later.
Yeah.
first time I met Kyle, though. I want
We're
you-
just doing all of them.
No, well, I'm curious to what you thought about me, because, I had so much respect for Kyle, because I heard that he was this great singer, and, like, this great musician, and I was
I didn't hear any of that.
I was sucking his dick without sucking his dick.
And then actually,
I'm
suck
sorry.
Yeah.
I was joking.
That sounds like a problem for both of you.
It was a
But you remember the talent show, right?
No.
That was our first thing.
No.
Yeah, me and Adam did the Blues Brothers for a talent show.
Wow.
We fucking.
In hindsight, you were right.
It was so stupid. I said we should do Johnny Be Good. Da-na-na-na-na-na. He's like, no, let's do Red House by Jimi Hendrix. Do you know Red House by Jimi Hendrix?
I've never heard it.
That's
I
the
still
point.
don't know it.
So we had a skit in the beginning. The skit was he's out on stage.
Wait, you had a talent show, you had a skit, and then you did a song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one can hear
on
us.
YouTube.
No one could
It's
hear
on
us.
YouTube?
Yeah,
I'll show
you'll
you
have to
later.
see.
You know what? If you
my
look up Tony
God.
Danza's talent show for the first 2
And it
years,
was Tony Danza's talent
Yeah.
show.
It was Tony
It was
Danza's
called
talent.
Tony Danza's
No, he
Talent.
Yeah.
hosted it.
He
It was
hosted it.
his.
Okay,
and
so-
for the first 2 years, sorry, but in the first 2 years, I'm not kidding. That was the first result. If you go to Tony Danza's talent show,
Oh, we
that
did.
was the first result was us.
People like cringe humor. I guess that was it. Maybe. The skit was this. He's on stage and he's like, Kyle, you're gonna be late for our show, and I'm like, I'm almost ready.
Why are you guys so sassy? Kyle, you're going to be late for our show.
I probably sounded like that
And then
too.
I came out in a shower cap and gown. And then, so that's kind of funny.
It's funny now, but it didn't stick.
It didn't
man.
translate
Oh
well.
my
Yeah. And then
God.
I was like, okay, I'll go change. I came back on in the suit, but I still had the shower cap on. And he's like, good. And then I take it off, ha ha ha. And then we do a Red House. And here's the audience by then. Are they starting? Did they start?
I heard someone say like, "Turn it louder," because our
Or-
phones.
yeah,
Yeah, because
Turn it off.
No.
Turn it off. Someone turn
Well,
the
no one
stage
can-
off.
so you guys had Howlin' drumming for that, right?
Yeah.
And
Alan Val.
he was saying that he couldn't hear you guys like at all.
Well, because it was stupid. It's
Yeah,
a fucking...
the amps were set up so wrong.
Tony Danza told us where to put him.
Tony Danza.
Yeah, but I don't think he had
It's
the
his
idea
fucking
for
fault.
He
stage
didn't, but I
direction.
can't say
He
that
was
that
just-
was our
I
fault.
feel like that was like an aesthetic.
I don't
thing.
think
He
it was
like,
his
well,
fault.
put them over here because it.
Yeah,
looks
he's
better.
like, why don't you surround them, make it look cool?
Why is he cool?
What do you make them look cool?
And then-
I'll marry 8.
Maybe I'll
Remember when Helen wore? Helen wore a backpack
Oh,
there. I was like, Helen, are you gonna lose that backpack? Like, no, it's part of my image.
Is that static?
Yeah.
His what?
I'm like, well,
Aesthetic.
you better drum.
Ass.
Ass.
Ass thick.
Ass.
So let's change gears. What do you talk about? Let's talk about like our favorite stuff.
What do you think about parfaits?
I love them.
I haven't had enough to
Yeah.
Gauge
Is
what I
that
think about
yogurt
parfaits.
and
But I
fruit?
feel like if I had
Yogurt
one,
and
I would
fruit.
put nuts
So-
in it. Or some granola.
But when they're made,
Granola.
if you put yogurt with fruit, it's not a parfait. That's a shit fay. If you put
That's a
Well,
shit.
then I've had lots of shit phase.
if you buy a parfait, they're produced as hell, but they're great.
It's a great marketing tool,
produced
by the
as
way.
hell.
No, what the hell? I'm using music
They're
terms.
produced.
What's the food term?
I
for
like
produced?
music. I like food, but not overproduced food.
Preserved.
Yes,
It just have a lot of preservatives.
No, it's when you put a lot of chemical additives and stuff like that.
Oh,
I would call that produced. That was produced.
It's full of GMOs.
I guess so. Anyway, they're really good. Get some more parfaits in your life.
I mean, that's a great marketing line too. It's not a parfait unless you buy it. Don't,
that's a-
you put some yogurt and fruit, it's a shit thing.
That's kind of funny.
I'm a fan of
Not a
shit
parfait.
I
Hey, can I
like
get a
it.
parfait with the motto where it
What's
says
that?
it's not
What's
a
that
parfait?
thing that it's like made out of like sugar on the top, and they heat it up, and
Oh,
it's kind of like glass,
a
and then you
souffle.
kind of cut it. No, it's like a liquid. It's like a mix of a liquid and a custard.
Oh, creme brulee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Creme brulee.
I've had only a number of those, but every time it was a good experience.
I've never had.
I've only had one, and it was okay.
I'm
I have
gonna go
not
with
ever-
classic
I've
old
never had.
cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
Oh, so I like strawberry
Graham-
cheesecake.
Graham cracker crust. Strawberry is
Just plain cheesecake.
Have you ever had cram
I'm not
crackers?
saying I don't like it, but I can take it either way. I'll go left or right on it.
You're a
It's like
whore.
it's on the day.
Yeah, I know
it's
what you
day
mean.
of and New
I'm
York.
gonna
New
make
York.
one on mine.
What is this?
I was just doing a little.
You're a mean.
I like cram crackers.
cran
I like
crackers.
cran
What do you do
crackers.
with those crackers?
I cram them down my throat.
I can't stop eating them.
Out of everyone here, who do you think's gonna have the most embarrassing death?
You.
Oh, me. Me. It's gonna be so funny.
It's gonna
be
be me.
so funny when I die. It's gonna be something
Are you
stupid.
just gonna like get hit on the head?
No,
A
I'm gonna
bonk
like
on the head.
I'm
A
gonna
bonk on the head.
I'm gonna like trip on a bird or something.
I was gonna say a burger, and I was like, that
That would,
sounds
that
right.
would be. That'd be.
You're gonna
What
trip on a
happened to
burger.
our live stream? Is it down?
No, I'm actually gonna switch it over to my page because we got a lot more
You didn't even
reaction.
warn
on it.
anyone.
Yeah.
He was just like, here goes.
Well,
Actually, when you were looking over there, I said that.
Ooh!
free to pick my nose now.
Oh yeah! Time to pick the nose.
Time to do a drug.
All right.
Tempur-Pedic.
Okay, everyone's naked, by the way, if you're listening. They just got naked. I couldn't stop.
I'm
We're all
double naked.
Remember
Chris is
the,
actually naked.
remember the time we had a concert and we legitimately got naked because we were rained on?
I love that.
We, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
No, I love how he said that.
Yeah.
I love that. That was so.
No, we did.
From
And my
such
parents
a
were like,
heartwarming
my parents were
place.
about to get divorced.
Oh yeah, that.
They were having a
love
I
legit-
heard the stream came back briefly with
They
your
were-
shirt.
Yeah, it's going.
Oh no, it's not 3, 2.
Oh my god!
God, no.
Oh my god!
I actually had no problems.
Yeah, you
I
guys
have 3
love it.
boners.
You love it.
Yes, you do.
I do.
What's the worst statement in the
Oh.
world? You love it.
Well, here's a question. So you guys knew me from when I was younger, right? Did you guys know that I had autism, or did you have any suspicion?
I think you told
I
me
don't
sometime.
I think you told me every time you had the chance.
There was just at one point where you said it, and I was just it was just
I
like
think I did because I didn't want to tell any. For the longest time, I never told anybody,
Yeah.
and I think he was the first person outside of my family, obviously, that I was just like, oh, by the way, like, but it was literally that casual, wasn't it? Just like, hey, want to hear something funny?
Hey.
I don't think it
I'm
made me see you
autistic.
any different though, because it was really like you told me, and you might as well have told me that your favorite color was green, because it was like, okay,
No,
well,
my
I'm
favorite
sure that's
co-
a thing that you've struggled with, or
My favorite
but
color is autism
Oh. Why do they get the multicolored one? The ribbon.
They.
because we're fucking special.
They?
Who's
What do you-
they,
who's
Kyle?
They? Yeah. What do you mean?
No.
What,
you
wait,
mean?
do they have like a
You know
ribbon?
the ribbons? Pink is breast cancer. The
Yeah.
autism one is like brown, yellow, and blue.
Autism-
I think it's just a
Autism
different
is
color
is a puzzle
piece.
because
Yeah.
because the brain of an autistic person is like a puzzle.
Okay.
Lots of different aspects, lots of things sometimes don't work. The only reason why I guess that I like was diagnosed with autism is because my brain's like that.
What kind of
Does,
puzzle?
doesn't necessarily mean that I
Jigsaw.
can't, function. But
I mean, like,
ever
what's the
since growing
picture
up,
of the
I was
puzzle?
told that I couldn't function.
Let's find out.
What would you say the picture of the puzzle is of your mind?
Of my mind,
Yes,
a square.
a square.
Not a cube.
Not even another dimension.
It's just. It's just one.
I'm a
You know what that made me
simpleton.
think of? Orange cylinder. I understand.
Thank you. Thank you.
I loved that.
Aren't you glad I didn't say circle?
Fuck! I killed me. Ah! I'm okay.
good. He's good, everyone.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I looked up the autism.
Yeah, my mom had
It's a
like
big puzzle thing.
my mom had it for
Look it
a
up on
long.
your own.
Ever since I was in Jewish school, when I first started going to Jewish school,
Is that what they like
yeah,
called it?
I got expelled from Jewish school.
Did they
Welcome
just
to Jew
call
school.
it Jew school?
I called it Jewish school, and so did my mom. So
Jewel.
it was called Politz Hebrew Academy.
Well, when you call anything, okay, well then you
What was it
Hebrew
called?
Academy.
Politz
but, like,
Hebrew Academy.
Politz.
And-
Hebrew Academy is better because
Yeah,
when you
Pole.
say Jewish school, I think like, oh, I'm
It
going
wasn't.
to be a Jew.
It wasn't recognized
Yeah.
in the school district. It was essentially a Jewish mother who was like, we should have a school to segregate the Jewish kids from the gross kids.
what?
Like,
And the other kids were like, thank
the
God.
Oh my
principal was like the most under deserving principal. She didn't make anything better. The school was going
Chris.
down.
That's good.
Now there's 2 separate buildings, one for boys and one for girls. That was that's why I got expelled.
Yeah.
Because I was interacting with girls too much, and then they're like, gotta go.
No girls for you.
No goyles.
But I remember.
No goyles.
Does any of you know
Only
what?
goys.
It's Jeffrey Tambor is the teacher.
Yeah.
No goyles.
You know what TSS is? Have you ever heard of that term? Wraparounds? Like, okay, so when a kid has like a disability as a child, they have usually someone with them.
Oh, okay.
And someone who kind of sits in the corner. Like, I remember this vividly because there was another kid who had way more issues than me. But he had a wraparound too, so I was given one. And I remember that the worst wraparound I ever had was this African woman who barely spoke English, but all she knew in English was shut up. And boy, oh boy, did she test out her her Rosetta Stone on me.
Honestly, the only words you need to know.
As a kid,
Shut
I
up.
used to have like I guess
Shut up.
as a kid, I used to be in class, like sitting at my desk, and she didn't like how I was behaving, or let's say like I wasn't focusing like on the teacher talking about the same damn thing. It was basically the same 8 students for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 years. Same students. That's how the Jewish school was. So we were just kind of all just chilling. And the teacher was going on, no problems, but the wraparound's like, Adam, focus, like really fucking loud that even the teacher was like, dude, I wasn't even doing anything yet. And then, like, I don't know, like, she started to make me cry, and then she kept saying, shut up. And then she's like, you're going to the principal. Not the teacher. My wraparound said, you're going to the principal. So she was grabbing me by the arms when I was literally 5, and I was just crying, saying, I don't want to go. The teacher was like, he's fine. He was fine.
Oh my god.
But my wraparound was like, shut up. And she brings me to the, the fucking principal.
Why do I imagine? Shut up.
Oh.
Shut up.
I thought I was trying to imagine her using like the words in other sentences, like she knows up and shut as well. So like trying to tell you to
Up,
shut the
shut.
window, she's just like shut.
Yeah, or
Like go up the stairs.
open.
Up.
Up.
I had another one who was cool. His name was Dan. I think he hit on my mom a lot.
You think?
Well,
It's your
as a child, I didn't get it, but when my mom was like, yeah, he was like doing some weird shit around me.
Did he look at you in the eye and go, I'm your other dad?
He just went, Daddy.
He's like, Daddy too.
Daddy too.
He was cool. Like what he did is he would like go into class and just fucking like knit. Like
Cool.
in the class, but he looked like a cool guy. He almost looked like one of those like '90s rappers. But all he did was he fucking just knit. He
A
like
90s rapper that just sat there and knit.
Yeah,
he
it
was
was-
like, he was just like,
it was the weirdest
What's
thing
up?
ever.
no, he's just like, you know what I'm saying?
That made me cooler as a person in class because I was known as the cool guy who always knit. We always played basketball with him.
I never heard of the cool guy who always knit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's weird.
Remember that cool guy that knit all the time?
No.
But this one I'll never forget. My funniest TSS lasted one day, and literally all he needed to say when I first met him was, 9/11 was an inside job. I told my mom that when I got home, and she's like, "You're never seeing this guy."
Oh
again."
my god.
I don't even know. Yeah, what do you say to that?
We were kids, so we were like, "Yeah."
Oh.
And then I told my mom, like, "Mom, did you know
Oh my
that 9/11 was an inside job?" She's like, "Where did you hear that? And you're never going near that again."
I had a similar moment to that as a kid. I used to play on a basketball team, and we went to one game, and something stupid happened. And my coach was just yelling at the ref, and he's like, "You're a stupid fucking asshole!" Like, goes off. And just, like, I went home and I told my mom, I was never allowed to go play basketball again. That was it.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a stupid fucking asshole.
But, like, the kids on my team were like, hey, you ever, like, jerk off before? Like,
Oh!
so it was like this, it was just as bad. They were like, ooh, boogers in your butthole. Like,
Oh.
it's like the same,
You
like,
jerk off.
they were
You
worse
jerk
than
off.
him.
Hey.
Shout out to Andrew Amado who's watching, by the way.
Andrew Amado.
We actually talked about your refrigerator size.
No, actually, honest,
yeah.
Andrew, when you hear this, you're going to hear your name a lot, followed by this. Andrew Amado.
But not from me, because I actually respect you.
He doesn't like you.
Yeah, I just realized that he can't. He can't
Well,
hear
that's
us.
a live stream.
Through
He
the
can't hear
stream,
that,
he can't
but he
hear
can-
us whispering.
No,
Wow.
he just hears us through there at the microphones.
So wait, you guys were in Northeast, right, for all 4 years?
No,
You
I
are-
went to
I was not.
yeah.
I know.
Archbishop Ryan for the first 2 years.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all. That's crazy.
I love that.
I got kicked out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Of Arch Ryan Bishop? What'd you do? Kill someone?
Just some stupid stuff that just I
Well,
don't really.
don't-
No, I
it's a
don't really want to talk
podcast.
about it.
Stupid stuff. Stupid.
I just part of it that I didn't.
I said
have
I
really
don't fuck
internet.
the
dog, all
right?
He
I-
fucked it good.
I said I have autism, man. I that's it.
I just started shit with the wrong teacher because I wanted to start shit, and I was just being an asshole, and it got me in a lot of trouble. That's all it was.
Yeah,
but I haven't met a not asshole from Arch Ryan. Like, there's a lot of people from around my area.
There was like 6 people there that I really got along with. Were some of the coolest people I've ever met, and most of the other people there were just fucking kind of assholes, just
Yeah.
rich assholes.
Right, that's kind of what the school is. It's just like home of the kind of rich assholes.
Yeah.
I went there for my SATs. I asked where the SAT rooms were, and the teachers literally went, like,
What?
as if to say,
Oh,
You're
okay.
late.
I'll go right there.
I was a little late, and she gave me like a grunt out of anger.
Ugh, fuck people that.
Where'd you go, Jesse?
I went to Collegium Charter School.
Collegium?
Yeah,
Collegium.
Collegium.
Oh.
I've
It
heard
sounds
of
so-
that.
hell?
That's such a great album.
Collegium.
What
Charter
county is?
School.
What county?
Chester County.
Chester. Okay, Chester.
Yeah.
Represent.
Okay. Just like to clear up things a lot of people don't know.
I
that-
heard some bad things
that
about
James
Chester.
also give. Okay, this has to do with this. That James gave you shit about. Chester isn't in Chester County. Like.
There's
weird-
2 kinds of Chesters,
There
right?
are 2 Chesters.
Yes.
Westchester is in Chester County, but Chester is not in Chester County.
Yeah.
And I live like east or west of Westchester.
Okay.
So you're in West.
So you're in like the other Chester, not.
The other
No,
one.
I heard that there's Chester County and then there's Chester, PA. Is that
Yeah.
the difference?
Yes.
The Chester, PA is not in Chester County.
Yeah, I told.
Which one's the worst one? Chester, PA.
Chester, PA. Yeah.
I told a few people I have a gig in Chester County, and it was like, "Ooh, we'll be there." I meant PA.
Yeah.
You will not be.
Yeah, he was like,
Imagine-
oh, he's like, oh, my Chester County friends, and I was like, oh, what's the address? He's like, something Chester, PA. I'm like, that's not in Chester County, Kyle.
That's the bad
I'm
one.
like, that's the bad one.
Yeah, I was selling a.
Yo. Go on. No, just hi. Like, how you doing? We've been
Yo.
doing that.
I.
No, but there were great places to eat. I got like a big ass cheeseburger and what was it? And like a Budweiser for like $4, and it
Damn.
was huge. It was so good. And then I saw a fantastic show after. So,
Shit.
Salami.
I didn't get to go to that show.
I sold a mask today, like a Halloween mask, one that I bought and I just didn't want to use anymore. And I sold it to this guy who came from Chester, and he had to warn me that he carries a gun.
I got a gun, so.
I'm buying a mask from you. By the way, I have a gun.
He's like, I always carry it. So I was never so afraid to give someone a Halloween mask and like fear for my life.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure it was in a super public place, which it was, and it went over fine.
Yeah.
But just
Then he
like
shot you.
imagine standing at
Thanks.
the entrance of a Walmart, being like, I could be shot right now, and that's my legacy.
Yeah.
It's like
wow.
man shot in front of Walmart. What
That's-
else is
that's
new?
it.
Yeah.
Did you do like the Facebook sale exchange? Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, like it was cool. I told him I had a cannon just to, kind of scare him a little bit.
A cannon.
Just like, dude, I have a cannon just in case. Man.
That's cool,
Like a
man.
camera.
Bring your gun. I have a cannon.
Yeah,
Have
it's
a
like
Renaissance can.
I have a sniper
I have a
waiting for you
Canon
just
300.
in case. I should do like what they did in Breaking Bad, like point the little laser pointer, like get someone to point a laser pointer at his head, being like, just let you know that if you fuck around,
I'm gonna
with
give
me,
you this Halloween mask, but if you try to pull some shit on me,
That's
it's
it.
I have a
okay.
sniper.
I have a
across the street.
sniper on
I'm only getting $20 out of this deal. But
that
that
was the
sniper is
worst. That was the
$1,500.
hardest. That was the most scary $15 I ever made in my whole life.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Is that the scariest $15
What I thought he was
you
gonna
ever
do,
made?
honestly, I didn't think he was just gonna take whatever. It's the mask. I thought he was going to rob me. I thought he was gonna take my car because he kept asking me where my car was, and I parked it away for a reason. I said I'm standing in front, and I also didn't have my wallet with me either. I just had the mask just
Yeah.
in case. So I thought that he was gonna and he had a buddy with him. So I thought that one was gonna take my car, and then that $15 mask just became my whole livelihood,
Your whole life.
Right.
including like the thing that I'm recording on now.
Shit.
When I
But it turned out fine.
I bought a guitar off some guy on Facebook. He came down, he brought his buddy, and I brought Kyle with me, and it was just like a
Yeah, I didn't have a Kyle.
Yeah, you gotta get a
Yeah,
car.
did-
I had pants.
bring somebody with you.
Do I
Like,
apply for a Kyle?
You gotta wait 30 days. They do.
Where do I send can I like email?
You
It takes a
yell at-
while
You yell at me.
Is there like a PO box I
to
can
get a
like?
Kyle.
You wait till I duplicate,
Okay.
and then you get the other one.
Yeah.
I just get it.
Send it to you.
Yeah, I'll
Like
give
I'm
it to
signed
you.
up.
You
to
have
get
to
the
wait
next
until
I'll put
we
you
get
on the
to Kyle
list. I'll put you on the
mitosis.
list.
Okay. Am I
Mitosis.
like the only?
Kitosis.
I'm the only one on the list.
No one wants Kyle's.
I've been on the list for years.
Why don't you? So what's the? Yeah,
I'm still fucking waiting. I'm still waiting. It has that little.
You just told me you were gonna bump me up the list, and he's
Been on the list for years.
No, I'm staying on. I'm
What's
staying
really
on that
going
list.
on?
He just likes being on the list.
we're out of
Yeah,
Kyle's.
I like being on the list. I like seeing my name.
I'm the last Kyle.
I like seeing my name in
the
stars.
last of
The
the
last.
last Kyle.
The last of the Mankin.
Oh my god, the
That's
last Mankin.
There was one thing that I wanted to rap with Jesse about.
Yeah,
Let's
what's
rap
up?
with him.
Serious shit, man.
Rap.
My name is Jesse, and I'm here to listen to what you're gonna say. What are you gonna say?
So you.
That sounds like a transition.
I'm very interested to know like what your procedure was to get on a record label and how that differs from mine, because not a lot. Like, out of... All right. So moving on.
Good night, everyone.
Can I get some water?
I'll get you some water. We're at
You
the
want some
hour
of my
mark.
soda?
I'll take some of your
Want some tea?
soda.
Oh, there you go.
I found
We
it.
should
No,
give
I found
her
it really
a
interesting
coffee or
because
something.
out of 4 of us, me and you are the only ones that are on a record. Oh, we're on a record label.
I mean, I'm on a record label,
Are
but
you?
it's my own record label.
I'm on his.
So what? Do you
record
just want to
label.
know like the process of how we got on it?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I definitely want to like discuss kind of about it because I know that mine was a definite different experience all around.
Yeah. Well,
how
I was
does
7
one-
years old.
How does
no.
one get onto a record label?
So we just emailed like record labels, just like as many as we could like just message just our album.
Yeah.
And like, hey, you want to like listen to this? And then they responded.
Drexel did.
Matt Dragon. Yeah.
Did you have any other response?
I don't know actually. I feel like we had another, but it was like less.
Like Jim's studio.
It was it was just something like
I am too.
we have like a better offer at Drexel.
Yep.
And it was great. Like they like were gonna pay for everything, and we would get a cut of like the
So
album
in-
sales.
So enticing.
Yeah, and then
What was the cut, if you don't mind me asking?
They would only take like 20 or 30% or something like that. Of
That's
like
That's
really
not
good.
bad.
yeah, for like
considering.
selling stuff. Yeah,
Usually
like
it's
it really
50.
wasn't all. Maybe it was like 40. It was no like we definitely got half or more, which was like perfectly fine with us.
Yeah.
because we don't have money.
Spoken like a true musician.
Yeah,
We just spent a lot of money, but we just don't have any.
exactly.
Are you guys familiar with like Sumerian Records?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what like Sean's on. right?
Yeah, like Tron for
Yeah.
free.
One of my
a bunch
producers
people.
did something for someone.
Yeah,
I think
so-
I think we'd have to be heavier.
Yeah,
You're right
well,
on.
they're expanding their horizons, but I was
Yeah.
gonna say I watched a video with the owner. I forget what his name is, but it's the lead guy there, and he was talking about how all they get all day to the office is just 100 demos,
Right.
and he goes, and you know what? Every once in a while, somebody will send him a nice gift basket that has the demo nestled in the middle. It's got like 2 nice bottles of wine and a gift card for like $100 for a nice restaurant. And you know what? I fucking listen to that one. And I throw them all the rest of them in the trash.
Yeah.
Because they fucking went the extra mile, and I want to hear that one. I know that sounds crappy, but that's fucking.
I mean, I would definitely do that.
that's
Like,
smart as fuck.
Do you know
Like,
what Tim and Eric's Bob Odenkirk did in order to find Tim and Eric?
What?
What?
So Tim and Eric sent Bob Odenkirk like a CD or a DVD in a package, but with like the postage mark and a bill connected to the package saying, "Hey, so it's kind of expensive to kind of send the package over." So,
Can you pay for
so
this?
so this is how much the return shipping costs. And if you could pay for that, that'd be great. And he said that he loved it just because of how different it was.
Yeah.
That the whole part about he was charging that they charged Bob Odenkirk for the return of the shipment.
I like
think
that.
like whenever it comes to like comedy duos like Tim and Eric and Matt and what do you guys have made South Park? Matt Stone and
Trey Parker.
Trey Parker.
Trey Stone and
they,
Matt.
They do a lot to make their name like as comedy like icons. All right, like I know that Matt Stone and Trey Parker attended Hollywood parties, but they wouldn't say that they were them because no one knew that what they looked like at the time.
Yeah.
And they would get to attend these parties, and they would say like they would actually like be a porno getting shot there because they do that at Hollywood parties. They shoot pornos sometimes.
Yeah.
And Matt
They shoot what?
pornos.
Fuck.
In the in the fucking face.
Just.
And I know Matt pretended to be the director for a while. He paid the director. He's like, "Hey, can I pretend to be?" And he was like, "I need more ass in this shot, like this." And he would get on the stage like, "More ass," and he'd pull that. And then so people got and they made the name for themselves in the Hollywood scene just by.
They went to an award show that they were up for an award at, dressed as women, tripping on acid.
Yeah.
And they won too. And they had there's video of them on YouTube, just like.
There, yeah.
They're like, we don't know either.
Yeah.
That's I respect that. You can't help but respect it.
A lot of
be
the stuff that
different
they did was
nowadays,
like
man.
a
Gotta be
publicity stunt.
Oh wait. So more about the Mad Dragon.
Oh yeah.
I'm so-
Oh yeah.
Well, they said they were gonna record, like we wanted to record something, and we were trying to decide to like do something else, like do something new, or re-record our old album. And we came to the decision to re-record our old album because we were like really, it was something we were proud of, but it didn't really like pick up like we wanted to.
Did you have enough material for like another album?
We like almost did, and like that, like the stuff that we did have, like ended up being added to like the album. Like there were like 2 songs that are on that aren't on.
Still,
Which ones?
still disappointed you took out Mad Love.
Which one?
Bad Love.
Bad Love.
Oh yeah.
It was
That's a
Sophomoria.
deep cut.
Sophomoria was one, and what was the other one? Julie.
Charms too.
Oh, you took out Charms.
Yeah.
What was one of the new ones put on? Julie.
No, we took out
Didn't you put on 2?
we took out one of Maddox's song on there.
Stuck.
Stuck, yeah.
I like Stuck.
Bad
Love. I know you would always say Bad Gloves.
Yeah, we took Bad Love off.
Bad
It was like
Gloves.
Misha didn't want to, and like me and James like liked it. Like we liked the song, but we thought it like took away from like the rest of the sound of the album.
Yeah, just be a single.
Yeah, that was the plan, and then we just like never did that, but we wanted to.
It was definitely like the reason why I listened to like your original stuff more than the Mad Dragon stuff. I just listened to Mad Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just one of those like rare gems of a song that just had a perfect catchy dancey beat.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty fun. It was fun to play live.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it was
dude.
just it was a difficult decision because we were like, well, do we want
Do you want to be a
Like-
one-hit wonder, or do you want to have
or
it cohesive?
even not even that, but like, do we want to just put the song out just because it's a good song? Like, I don't know. Like we were trying to find like a sound for the album, and we thought,
Well, think of it this.
well, like we'll write a song and we'll go, okay, but is this like a Dispersions song? But
We
I
did
mean,
that
you
with
think about it.
Hyper
Every song that
That's true.
the Dispersions write is a Dispersion song.
What was the
But,
one
like-
song that we did that was like really metal?
Scatterbrain.
Yeah.
I was
I
just
love that.
talking. I was just talking to Matt about that
That
yesterday.
I
saw
love that
Matt
song.
yesterday.
That's
We
the
were
only one
talking
you guys
about
didn't
Hyper.
record, and I love
I
that.
was.
I want to hear it.
But we had the same crossroad for that
That was
reason.
my favorite.
It just sounded fucking nothing.
Oh, but it fits. It fits with Hyperink.
It fit live.
Yeah.
It fit live because like in live the tensions was way higher. Like our music sounded a little bit heavier. But imagine Scatterbrains in run-on sentences and it would stick out like a sore thumb. Like
Yeah.
think about it. Like
I mean,
what
yeah.
after LCD just comes fucking Scatterbrains?
I guess.
It depends.
just-
I think
liked that
I
song so much
there'd
it was
have
my
to be
favorite
like
song.
another song on the album, including Scatterbrains, for it
Yeah.
to like.
Right, like a transition.
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
No, but that's like my favorite Hyperink song.
Yeah,
me too.
Scatterbrains.
Fun to play. I still
It
remember.
took
it.
us
I've heard them play it down
dude,
here
it
like
took
a
us
million
forever.
times.
I
Yeah.
know. I only heard it
took us-
once.
It took us
What?
forever, but I
One
didn't know
time.
why.
Really? Oh.
What happened?
I only
You only heard it the
Scatterbrains
one time, but I
once.
mean, I heard it every time I was down here. Like,
Oh yeah, that's a shame.
We should have recorded a demo of it.
We can still do it. I still remember my part.
I don't.
Ah. Okay.
I do not.
Do you foresee a distant future Hyperink reunion?
I see a show would be cool, like a reunion show.
That'd be cool.
That would be
But-
cool.
But like, and maybe turn that into a live album or something. Just have like one final goodbye.
Mhm.
I mean, I know Matt and Misha are still trying to like finish recording. what they're
Hyperink,
doing
yeah.
right
it's
now.
almost like sad because I talked to Matt a little bit about it. He really wants to, but you know,
Yeah.
everyone grows up. And does their own thing.
Yeah.
I would love to hear it. I just it feels like everyone's busy or something.
I mean,
Other things on their plate.
it's weird with me because it's like I'm busy, but at the same time, I'd be willing to push shit aside because I had so much fun doing that kind of shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because like right now, being solo, it's so much. It's cool in the sense of like, I get to compose my music. I get to go in the studio, and I know the music sounds good.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, because it's me and my producer. So it's kind of like you have to kind of look at your music as like, is this good music, or are you just gonna fucking lie to yourself and say, oh no, it's fine, just because it's not the one that I wrote, so it's. But I think that it's good music. It's just a very lonely process. Like
I would
going to
say-
the studio alone.
Yeah, your cons would be that it's a lonely process, but the pros would be that it's you and you're your own editor. You know, you're not
Right.
answering to the other band members.
So it's definitely a crossroad that I've had to hit where it was like I've never been so lonely within the last maybe like year and a half. I've never been so lonely in the terms of like I just like no, just I didn't feel like I had somebody. I mean, like I have somebody and that person knows who they are. But like just as far as like creatively,
Creatively.
Sure.
We'll let you have that.
okay, yeah.
Creativity
and a
or
creative
creatively?
aspect.
There it is.
And in a music aspect, I really had nobody else. I had a drummer who, Josh, if you guys remember him, He didn't show up for rehearsal one week, and then the next week he said that he was on his way to Florida.
Like,
And he said that he felt too bad to tell me.
What?
Yeah, so he's like, dude, I want to tell you, but I know. That
I just felt so bad that I was doing this thing to you that I was like, I couldn't.
I can't tell.
I'm like, I feel worse now because now I'm out of drummer. And I had a guitarist who was young, and it just didn't end up working out the way that I wanted to. But being on a record, the reason why I'm not going to say the reason why I left Type Rank, but I discovered Grimm because I got signed to a record label.
Yeah.
But it wasn't technically a record label. I was promised that it was going to be an LLC. I was promised that it was going to be a record label, but it never happened. But I signed a contract. And
right.
we had the party, yeah, and it just started to go south really bad. Like, at first, as part of the contract, it said that we'd have a certain amount of, like, rehearsal hours, but that dropped to, like, an hour.
What does that even mean,
week.
Rehearsal hours?
Like,
Using
okay.
the resources.
Yeah, so standard in the contract, in the original contract, would be that I would be fed, housed, whenever doing a live show, as part of the contract. Now, I said, obviously, this producer...
I like housed.
Right. Yeah, no, like they'd be in charge of housing or, like, hotels and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was talking to this producer, who I'm not going to disclose the name, so he can't legally get me.
Yeah.
But I was talking to this producer, and I said, I know that you don't have a lot of money, and I know that, that you're trying to make this legitimate, so how about we cut a deal? Instead of all the housing and food provided and all that crap, transportation provided, waive all that in exchange of me being able to use this resource as a rehearsal place. And he's like, done. So then it started to become like an hour a night. It was in a really bad area too. Like, there was a drug den right next to it.
Yeah, it was really bad. I remember when I went.
Me and the drummer, we got almost picked up by like a hooker once. Like, there was a hooker outside being like, "You want to party?" And we have like guitars and stuff. And I'm like,
party.
You want to have a party?
It was Chris. It was just Chris.
Yeah, it was.
It was me in a skirt.
Yeah.
I could see how you could make that
You were pretty.
misconception.
Yeah.
I was pretty, but scary.
Pretty
I was
ugly.
pretty-
Andrew Amado.
Andrew Amado.
And Maddox Pearson too.
So after a while, I actually gave this producer like a huge PA. You remember the huge PA that was in here?
Oh, it was a huge PA.
I gave it. I
Huge
gave,
PA.
I gave it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was freaking like 100 pounds. Like,
Jesus.
yeah, I gave it to him just because I'm like, here, you can use it. And then after everything went south, turns out he was actually telling one of the musician's parents was funding the whole operation without my knowledge. Which you can't do. You can't.
Right.
It even says in the contract that any kind of decision like that has to have written permission.
Yeah, and I thought it was like free in exchange for like rights.
Right,
to some
but
of
it
your
wasn't.
music.
It's like, well, the money has to come from somewhere, and you didn't even play a show yet. Well, we weren't ready. So whatever happened. So basically, I wanted out of the contract. I wanted out, and the contract was already broken, so it was done. Yeah. And it's even stated in the contract that it would be done if it was broken or void. So I remember this one time that I was trying to talk to this person, and he said, well, you can't come over to go get your stuff. I had a huge trunk. All my equipment, all the pedals and stuff was inside a trunk inside the studio. Because I'm like, this is my studio now. So he was like, yeah, well, you can come and get it once you get legal representation. So I was terrified. I was like, there's $10,000 worth of shit in some studio that he could just bash open and sell. Or do whatever he wants. He could destroy it because we weren't on good terms. I had my drummer persuade him for us to pick it up. In the middle of the night, he's like, well, I'm only available at like 10 p.m. So I'm like, this is either going to get ambushed, someone else is probably going to steal our shit, or something's going to go horribly wrong. And we called an Uber, too. So luckily, the Uber guy stayed. I guess there was a drug deal going on because there was like lookouts and shit. So I thought we were going to get robbed. Luckily, we didn't. He had all of our shit on the opposite side of the door, like basically getting ready to be stolen, except for the PA, which still, I guess, remains inside the studio, like a 600. So then this person started to contact me saying that, like, well, you owe me money and, all of this and stuff. I'm like, well, you do have a $600 PA, but I guess we'll forget about that. So my experience was less than good, and after that, there was like a month gestation period of I was just depressed because I literally had nothing. And one of my buddies, I have to give a shout out to my dude Matt, who represents this guy named Call Me Charisma, who's this rapper, and he's fantastic. He has 2 million plays on Spotify and stuff. Like he's killing it. Yeah, absolutely killing it. He invited me to New York, and I kind of told him that I was like super depressed. Like my entire music just fell through. I went from a studio and PA to me at home buying like one of those. I'm not kidding. One of these drum pads. You know, like those $30 drum pads that you lay on your lap.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Kind of like that.
Like that.
Someone's dead.
That I plugged into like a little amplifier, so I had my drum, like my drummer use the sticks and be like, and it just depressed. I was just depressed. I just
Yeah.
didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't,
that would depress anyone.
I was like, I went from about to make my first EP to I can't even make a demo right now. It was the worst.
You guys went through a similar thing where you had high hopes, and it ended up being like, oh, that's what it actually was. Right?
What, like with record or like with the label in
the
general,
label,
or just
yeah.
well, yeah, like we thought it was gonna be more than what it was, and when we first like signed up with them, we were talking to them about like getting shows, like putting a tour together, which never happened.
Right.
But yeah, one guy was just like, okay, so we'll play here. So we have like 8 or 9 shows that we'll like do over like the next like 2 months. We're like, wow, this is great. And then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, and then it just never happened. We didn't really care because we like played
Look at
shows
Andrew Amado just
anyways.
recording. I know. I love him.
It just seems like it's a local label thing. I think it.
I mean, they didn't like take advantage of us.
No.
But they just like didn't do anything.
I learned something really valuable, and this is what my manager told me. First off, I would recommend that everybody gets a manager before going to a label.
Yeah.
100%. Because I wouldn't know this information without him, and I probably would have made way better decisions. But he told me that do not expect the label to do anything. Actually, you're going to be working twice as hard on a label because you have to keep the label interested.
Yeah.
Essentially, you got to think of them as a resource for money until you give them a reason to give a shit.
I mean, that's what essentially how we went into it.
Right.
Like, what's with the
It's sex.
There's death happening.
It's sex.
brought to you by sex.
Sex. We're the men. bro.
Death
We're the
brought to you by
All right, what was the quote?
Death brought to you
It
by
was
sex.
Geico. Where the guys.
Where
go.
the guys go. Yeah, but we set up our own shows. Like, they kept telling us they were gonna like set up shows for us. We're like, okay, but like
Right.
until you do, we're just gonna like set up our own shows, and we did. And I mean, really, the only thing that they did really well was like recording us.
Right.
Like, and that was with our friend Rish.
Were they going to take a cut out of your shows, your live game?
No, only the CDs.
I mean,
only
that's
the
nice.
cells. That's it. So
That's
they were
nice.
only involved in like recording and then distributing our music. So yeah.
Which honestly, like as a record label, that's kind of, especially when you start out, that's all you can hope for.
Yeah, I mean, they were gonna record us for free and distribute it with a cut from like cells. I was
Now,
like, that's perfectly fine with us.
What did they do as far as distribution? Because from what I heard,
Apparently, our CDs are in stores somewhere.
Really?
I
Some
guess.
guy's shack.
Just that no one bought.
Zach's
We haven't
Shacks.
like gotten money.
if I had known that they were
Zach
getting on the store,
shit.
I would have at least.
I don't know
gone out
what
and bought.
stores they're
Yeah, dude,
they are talking about.
That's a shame because I would have gone out and bought it too. I
Yeah.
love supporting like local shit like that.
I mean, how people got our CDs was from us. Like we
Right.
we handed them to people.
I'm not a CD person
I'm
too
not a
much
CD
anymore.
person. I don't like,
Me
I don't like
neither.
CDs.
I used
Feels
to
like
be.
office equipment.
Yeah, I still have like my favorites lined out, but
Yeah.
I actually do have a copy of that Dispersions album, but I just listen to everything on like Spotify or
Well-
Apple Music. To be honest, I guarantee all your plays are from me. Fucking
Probably.
because I when that album first came out,
Also,
I listened
Steve
to it a
Bruno.
bunch.
Stephen Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to him. Should have him on
he's,
next.
he's like another person I just
No.
heard listening to it like without like
Really?
Yeah,
That's
next-
cool.
He was
That's
just like in
always
his
cool
car
if
and I
they're
heard
in
it.
yeah.
And I was like, hey, you're playing this song.
Can we get Marcia Pearl to be next?
Yeah. Your grandmom.
Yeah.
Next guest is also Adam.
You
And
know,
guest
you know
after
how
that.
I'm going to be marketing my my Spectrum EP?
Wow.
Not through CDs. I bought a bulk of USBs, and I'm going to be selling the sticks.
Flash drives.
Yeah, flash
Cool.
drives. Because I think the worst case scenario is that they're going to take the flash drive, take my shit off, and put porn on it. But who cares?
What
It's
are they-
my
what are
sale.
they
Yeah,
like-
worst case
were they, like,
scenario,
one
get a
gig?
label printed on it, or just put the white X's on it, or
I wrote the 2 white X's, and on the opposite side I wrote Spectrum. I probably should have made a label maker because my handwriting sucks, but I mean, it's,
Yeah, that works.
How much is a USB like in bulk?
I bought a bulk of 20 of them for $27, and I'm gonna sell them for about $6. Dude, but it's a USB drive. Like people would buy that.
Dude, it's USB.
Not
No,
USA.
Not
Not
USD.
USC.
USC.
it's USD approved and USA not approved because they're from China.
Oh.
Welcome to USB.
But I mean, surprise, surprise. There's not a whole lot of megabytes. I did do something special with one of the USBs. I rickrolled one of them, so I replaced the album with a video of "Never Gonna Give You Up."
what if that was that one
I was
person
gonna say,
that
it's
would
the
have
genuine-
really
it's the one
listened to it?
person
It's
that
like,
really
all
loves
right.
Ah,
To continue with that, I did think of that. And
Continue with that.
just for anybody who wants to buy the USB, I did include a text file that actually gives you a free link to the WAV file. So they're the raw lossless files. So they're the highest quality, more high quality than the USB. So I do kind of make it up to them because I give them a link to get the free stuff, and it's in the best quality possible.
Well, I mean, isn't that what you're already giving them on the file?
Well, on the USB, there's only a certain amount because I couldn't afford like a 3 gigabyte drive.
yeah.
Wait,
How much
big's
fucking
the album?
space is your album? It's like 4 songs.
Dude, each one of my songs are like 100 megabytes, I think.
That's
50
not too bad.
to 80, because they're all lossless. But in order to bring
Wait,
it
how
on
many
to like
songs?
4.
So it can't be more than like half a gig, all of it.
Right. So a half a gig would charge me like $80-something though to
Okay.
buy a bulk. So they're only like under 200 megabytes each.
Oh.
So
right.
you're just putting links in it.
No, not links. Like they're actual songs, but they're like the MP3s.
Okay. Oh.
And if you want the lossless files, you can go on Spotify or iTunes, which
Yeah.
are gonna only use great files.
Yeah.
But let's say you're at a show and you don't want to forget me, or let's say you want to listen to the songs ASAP or something, you buy the memory stick.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I also included like some other shit too. I included some pictures and like a cool like thank you note, and you have a USB for $6.
I would still make like a handful of CDs to hand out at shows because like everybody I know that gets a CD at a show, they just pop it in their car at the end of the night.
But you know what
I'm
I
gonna
do,
go stay
dude?
there.
I don't even
And
have
then it just fucking stays there. And you
I don't
play
even
it.
have a CD player in my car anymore. Like I just have a Bluetooth. Like
Yeah.
it's getting so weird now to the point of where like people feel like they gotta keep buying like these CDs. Most of the time, I have a huge stack of Hyperink CDs that are just collecting dust.
Yeah.
And I just felt like it's such a big hassle at this point. Just kind of like I guess that's the same thing with like
Just leave them places. Leave them on the ground.
Yeah.
Somebody walking by.
Yo, I
oh,
pick up
shit.
every
Don't
CD I
step on
ever
that.
find on the ground because
Like
it's either a
legit.
game
We
or a
found
CD. We found great CDs.
Hombres G.
Yeah.
The best band from the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
You never heard of. I hope you haven't heard of them. If you heard of them, if you heard of them, you're in Hombres G.
Yeah.
you know what, you can call me Apple because I'm innovating right here.
Fuck.
I'm going to attack Adam.
Taking out that headphone jack.
I wish we could simulate
Yeah, taking out the headphone jack.
So innovative.
But Spectrum's gonna come out soon.
Cool.
Apple and Spotify.
Oh, yeah, so
and
so here, let's do the real plug. Do the plug.
There's no real plug. Just listen to my
There's no
shit.
plug. Everyone. Don't
There's
listen
no
to
plug.
it.
Listen
Don't
to my
it.
stuff. I'm having a show December 30th in Spring City at Chaplin's. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Charlie Chaplin.
How are you performing at? Like
With a
yourself,
with a
or-
kazoo,
Okay.
actually.
I was gonna say
I'm
with a
gonna-
gazelle.
I'm
with a
gonna,
gazelle.
I'm gonna invite a gazelle on stage, and let's just say it's gonna
Put all
be
the instruments up there and
it's
gonna
gonna
go
be a
fucking
treat.
Crazy.
It's gonna be a treat.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be a treat, everyone.
But I mean, honestly, like, do you have like a band to? Perform
It's
it,
just
or is
me
it
right
you?
now, so
Okay.
it's me playing a ukulele renditions or acoustic renditions.
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
I actually do this thing where I take trap songs and I bring them on ukulele.
Yeah.
So one of them was I Spy featuring Lil Yachty.
Yep.
And I brought it to a ukulele, which I'm gonna play either this test show that I'm doing November 3rd, but I don't really want a lot of people to come to it. That's the thing I don't want. But December 30th, it's gonna be like the big show. I'm planning a whole bunch of.
Where is that going to be at again?
It's at Chaplin's.
Okay,
It's
I
in
don't know
Spring
where that
City,
is. Okay.
and I am willing to drive people, like all people who want to
If
go.
you're
and
listening,
shit.
he will drive you.
Yes.
All
Everyone's-
of you.
Yeah.
All one of you and
mean,
Amado.
Drive you crazy.
My Civic can only go so far, but I am willing to pick up like friends and stuff if they want to go because Spring City is like an hour out of Philly.
Yeah.
But it's the only show I can get that's not trying to screw me in the bun hole.
Mm.
Do we have
Butthole.
anybody? Who do we have watching right now?
Just Andrew.
Yeah, who's commenting?
Is there-
No. There's a good amount. I want to talk about the Ka videos
Ka. What about?
and what Ka is.
What?
We had
Oh,
a
just
show.
just reminisce.
Yeah, I mean,
Ka was me and Adam, Kyle and Adam, and we fucking did
featuring other people. Like
featuring no one. What are
the
you talking
Christmas
about?
video.
Oh,
Ben,
I
Ben
forgot.
was Ka.
I forgot about that. We
Ben
also
was
did
the
a show.
spirit of Ka.
Me and him were just a comedy music troupe.
A what?
Comedy.
One more time.
Comedy.
Comedy.
More like comedy.
If we stayed together long enough, we probably would have made the K
You know,
comedy.
Wasn't Eric in that Christmas video that we did?
He was.
Yes.
He
looked
was
at
the
bell.
angry dad.
That beat
That
us
beat
to death. We screamed, and there's like a chainsaw
after the
sound effect.
podcast. We have to pull that up.
Yeah.
That was a sound effect from Drawn Together, by the way. Shout out to Drawn Together.
That's a good
Yeah.
show. Yeah, that was fun. Me and Adam did that. I mean, yeah, we should all just collaborate after this.
Well, you
should
know, I
just
actually
make a
had
big
an
song.
idea of bringing back, because it's almost Christmas, of having like one final cock Christmas with every fucking
Cock
Christmas.
Christmas.
with everybody. I know I had that idea, but
How
you
about
know.
the entire video is it's like, all right, everyone, I'm glad you're all here, and no one's there, and then it ends with Marsha Pearl coming in. Like she just,
Oh, we have to get Marsha Pearl in there.
Yeah, she has to be in it.
Like 100%. My grandma, I don't know why she's the butt of every joke. It's her name, I guess.
It's her name, but also back in the Hyperink days, the only person who would like anything was her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You would
and
just
she's
see
the only
the-
one that
the like
yeah.
Because it was always, did anyone like it? Yeah, we have one like. Marsha Pearl.
Yeah, and it's Marsha Pearl.
The same person.
Oh my god.
So we just started to make it where it's like if we ever take off, it's just going to be because of Marsha Pearl.
It's her.
She
All
was
her.
your saving grace.
We should all do an impression of someone to end up with, because we're at like the 1 hour, 25-minute mark.
Okay.
To end up with.
Yeah, well, we might as well.
Well, what do you mean, like end up like I'm gonna marry?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, we're gonna marry the impression.
No,
of you.
I legitimately
Yeah, I
have no
also
idea.
thought
what
that that's what
Like who are you gonna
What
fucking
do you mean
end up with?
We're almost done the
Oh,
podcast.
end with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
End of the podcast.
Do an
So,
impression?
Who am I gonna fucking end up with?
Give an impression of the person to your left, and they have to say something that's done.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna start with Chris. You got not just you're not gonna do Steve Buscemi.
Thank you.
Do Dale Gribble.
What a great choice.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I don't see it.
I see your butt, and I raise you an ass.
Well, why is that what he's saying?
I don't know.
I didn't mind
Oh,
the
have you
voice.
not watched King of the Hill?
It's the new season.
Pocket sand.
There it is. Pocket sand. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it Steve Buscemi?
That's pretty good. Oh, there it is. All right, give Jesse something.
Fuck, it's fucking always Steve
I don't know.
Hugh Jackman trying really hard to not be Wolverine at McDonald's.
Can I get a number 2? I just want a number 2. Number 2. Okay, that's it. I hated that.
It sounds like you could do that voice, but be like, what a wonderful.
That was pretty fantastic.
Like that was a. Oh, perfect.
We'll get there. We'll go there.
It's not Con anymore. It's
All
gonna be
right.
Jaw.
You gotta
Jaw.
give him an impression.
I'm warning you. Thing.
It doesn't
I know,
matter.
I know, I'm really trying
okay.
to.
You heard mine.
Scrape
And
the
his.
bottom of the barrel here. Dude, just do Arnold Schwarzenegger tying his shoe, and he forgets how to tie his shoe.
He forgets.
Yeah, he's like trying to remember. Like he's singing the song to like help him remember to tie his shoe.
No, they go the loop, and then they go under the loop.
There it is. I wanted to go loop de loop.
Or does it?
The loop, and then you
pull.
And then you pull.
Ah!
and then you
You're so- I loved how attacked you.
around the loop, and I don't know what to do that.
Then a loop.
No, why is
Nah, get the-
Oh, you get the loop around. Oh, not the loop. Oh God.
It sounded like
Oh,
what's the guy from
Where'd the other
Inglourious
loop?
Bastards?
Who?
Hans Landa?
Yeah, him, but doing an impression of Jerry Lewis. That's what that sounded like.
That's pretty good.
What?
You give me.
All right.
You know
Give me an
what?
impression.
Do Jerry Seinfeld. Do Jerry Seinfeld having like his first like awkward relationship talk with his mom.
Oh.
And she's Santa.
Any
Okay,
more-
they just made it weird.
All right.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the deal with presents? You gotta wrap them. Mommy. Ah!
By the way,
Wait, I'm sorry, really quick.
ow! 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 Whoa! Dude, guys, thank
Andrew
you so
Amado.
much for having me. By the way,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
this was awesome. I haven't had a night like this since we had a night like this.
Since Nom.
Fuck. Since
I'd like to thank the bag too for also being here.
Bag.
Yo,
Oh, good job,
give
man.
it up.
You made it
Oh
fucking
my
scary
Made it
looking.
fucking a nightmare.
Oh no.
For the people that are listening, he drew. You know what? I'd rather than just not.
He drew. He made Wendy.
And on the
Mendy.
back.
An omni. Oh, never mind.
Omni Mendy.
Never mind.
Omnendi.
My hands fucking hurt now.
That's why I didn't clap.
Sting.
Why are we still
Sorry.
going?
Final sentiments.
It's pronounced sentence.
Adam has his album Spectrum coming out the
Like
26th.
Yeah, like
2
in
days.
2-3 days.
All right, so keep a lookout for that. In time for Halloween. Just in time for Halloween.
And come January, February, expect
Come then.
expect another music video followed by another single.
Cool.
Come.
Yeah.
Any sneak peek you could show?
There's ones that I can show. No, but
Sing a second from it.
Sing a second.
That's
fucking.
it. That's it. No more.
Okay.
No,
I
that's it.
fucking.
That's great.
Yeah.
He fucking everyone. He fucking.
No.
Oh,
no
God,
more.
Not doing the hands again. They're red. They're red.
One.
And they hurt.
2, 3.